This should come in handy.
Alive, unharmed. No signs of restraint, no evidence of torture. Don't understand.
For such a smart man, Professor, you always had trouble seeing evidence that disagreed with your preconceptions. How long will it take you to admit that I'm here because I wish to be here?
He wasn't kidnapped. He came here voluntarily to cure the genophage.
Impossible. Whole team agreed. Project necessary.
How was I supposed to disagree with the great Dr. Solus? I was your student! I looked up to you!
Experiments performed here. Live subjects, prisoners, torture and executions. You're doing?
We've already got the blood of millions on our hands, Doctor. If it takes a bit more to put things right, I can deal with that.
You honestly think the experiments you did here are justified?
We committed cultural genocide! Nothing I do will ever be justified. The experiments are monstrous because I was taught to be a monster.
Mordin, did you ever perform experiments like this?
No. Never taught you this, Malin.
So your hands are clean. What does it matter if the ground is stained with the blood of millions? You taught me that the end justified the means. I will undo what we did, Professor. The only way I know how.
What happens if the genophage is cured and the Krogan expand again? That will be on your head.
We justified this atrocity by saying the Krogan would cause havoc and war if their population recovered. But look at the galaxy. Batarian attacks in the Traverse, Geth attacks in the Citadel. Is this a more peaceful universe? The assault on your Eden Prime might never have happened if we had let the Krogan recover. We'll never know.
How would a Krogan population explosion have done anything to stop Saren and the Geth?
An increased Krogan population would have forced the Council to take steps, likely involving colony rights in the Traverse. The Turian fleets would be vigilant for any military activity in the area. They might have stopped the Geth at Eden Prime.
Supposition. Impossible to be certain.
Don't you see? We tried to play God and we failed. We only made things worse. And I'm going to fix it.
You talked about killing, but the genophage isn't lethal. It only affects fertility rates.
Krogan fight over fertile females. They become mercenaries or pirates because they see no alternative. They would be thriving in a cultural renaissance now had we not decided that this is what they deserved.
Inaccurate. Krogan population resulted in war. Simulations were clear.
Why work with Clan Weyrloc? And how did you access the genophage data?
The data was easy to obtain. We all still had clearance. We were heroes. All I had to do was ask. As for the Weyrloc, they were the only clan with both the resources and the commitment.
Malin clearly doesn't need rescuing. What do you want to do?
Have to end this.
You can't face the truth, can you? Can't admit that your brilliant mind led you to commit an atrocity!
Unacceptable experiments. Unacceptable goals. Won't change. No choice. Have to kill you.
Wait. You don't need to do this, Mordin. You're not a murderer.
No. Not a murderer. Thank you, Shepard. Finished, Malin. Get out. No Weyrloc left. Project over.
What if he talks to more Krogan? Tells the public about the modified genophage project?
Special tasks group good at covering tracks. No proof. Weyrloc willingness to work with Salarian, unusual. Other Krogan will kill him.
You heard the Professor. Get out before he changes his mind.
Where am I supposed to go, Professor?
Don't care. Try Omega. Can always use another clinic.
The Krogan didn't deserve what we did to them, Professor. The genophage needs to end.
Not like this. Apologies, Commander. Misunderstood mission parameters. No kidnapping. My mistake. Thank you.
Don't worry about me, Mordin. How are you doing?
Should have killed him. Wanted to. Easier than listening. Easier for him, too. Experiments indicate how far he's fallen. Expected it from Krogan. Not one of mine.
Maybe you'll remember that the next time you're discussing the ethics of the genophage.
Yes. So many variables. Stress responses. Impossible to truly predict. Something to think about. Malin's research. Only loose end. Could destroy it. Closure. Security. Still valuable, though.
This is the research that includes tests on living victims. It's tainted.
Right now, victims died for nothing. Keep it, use it. Death's worth something. Malin's work could cure genophage. Don't know. Effects on Krogan, effects on Galaxy. Too many variables. Too many variables.
You regret what the Krogan have become. You see the horror of what they did here. But you see the loss, too.
Wasted potential.
They don't deserve this, Mordin. Save the data.
Point taken, Shepard. Capturing data. Wiping local copy. Still years away from cure. But closer than starting from scratch. Done. Ready to go. Ready to be off to Chanka. Anywhere else. Maybe somewhere sunny.
I'd like to look around a bit more.
Increased in strength after the destruction of Clan Werlock. It appears the Urdnot raided the weakened Werlock base for leftover weapons and supplies.
Of course, natural selection. Strong prey on weak. Unsurprising.
In addition, killing the Thresher Maw has produced several breeding requests for Grunt, and one for Shepard.
Congratulations, Shepard. Entering the rite of passage, surviving, and taking the time to plant Uvenk face down. Clan Urdnot honors you, especially for that last part. Facing a Thresher Maw on foot and killing it. It has been a long time. Since Rex, I believe. Always was a show-off. Tell Grunt he is now a part of Clan Urdnot. He is welcome.
Thanks for the information. We're going.
Goodbye, Shepard. Watch your back.
One more win in the pits. Don't touch anything. If you're gonna stand there, make yourself useful. I can't do anything until I build a replacement manifold for this damn Tomka.
I found a combustion manifold out in the field. Is this what you need?
That'll work. Faster than building one from scratch, at least. You just saved me 3 days' work, human. You've earned my time if you want it.
What's that you're working on there?
I'm tuning up these machines for battle. It's a wonder this Tomka here made it back to camp. It could be worse. A couple more hits on the broadside, and this thing would have crumbled.
Krogan's placed so much importance on martial strength. How'd you become a mechanic?
How do you think those fools make it to the field to kill each other? Who do you think keeps the weapons working? Without me, there's no battle, just slaughter. I am the military might of Clan Urdnot.
How do you feel about Reeve?
Reeve thinks like the ancients. There's a lot of wisdom in that rattling head of his. I don't like Clan Gatatog, but the instant anyone steps out of line, they'll be torn apart like a pyjak on Retribution Day.
Let me get out of your way.
Don't do me any favors.
Place your bet on the pits, human. We won't regret it.
My scout made it back. We've got him at the tent. Doesn't remember much beyond getting tortured, but he remembers you. Said you yelled at him until he got his hump out of that basin back here. You've got a quad, human. Thanks for saving my scout. Saves me having to train another one.
Talk to you later.
The pits have been a bloodbath ever since Urza's handler was exiled.
During my run. Guess that human's got a quad.
You don't have the plates to try.
Glad Urdnot grunts with us now. We're willing to consider new directions. That's what makes Clan Urdnot strong. Should I ask the female clan for right of parentage?
Why bother?
You don't want anything I sell, human. It'll tear your insides like you swallowed knives.
I just wish... I don't know. Things could be different. Us, children. You know we give you one big weak target. Have to keep the hurt out.
Ignore them, girl. They're not worth the effort.
These things would last longer if they didn't hit every crater.
Krogans hit by genophage, nuclear assaults, civil wars. Still survive. Impressive to see life adapt, continue despite circumstances. Inspiring.
As I understand it, Clan Urdnot has a new member. You're the Krant for the new warrior, The shaman gave you the customary upgrades, I assume. He's fast to pass off my work as his reward. Use them well. The Lord High Researcher for Clan Urdnot has no time to make replacements. But perhaps I can offer a discount.
You must be working on something important.
I am. There are always new ways to destroy things, to melt them, to tear them apart. There's always room for another weapon on Tajonka.
I take it you're a scientist.
I'm not just a scientist. Without me, those mouth-breathing fools wouldn't have weapons or bombs to kill things with. My predecessor said no one would understand the true worth of my work. As I pulled my blade from his chest, I knew he was telling the truth.
Not exactly what I would call effective academic peer review.
I don't care what you'd call it. We value the will to use what we create, not just the ability to create it. We don't count success until the ground shakes in response.
Enjoy your research.
Oh, I do? I do?